What is up? Good morning. Good morning. Alex, you guys are like the first few people. Always bright and early. Good morning, guys. I missed you guys. I missed trading in the morning with y'all. I went on a week-long trip to Aruba and it was fantastic. I had so much fun. Oh my God, the kids had a blast. So yeah, but then it's always great to me. I love going on vacations just so I could get this like getting back to work feeling again. It makes me so happy. So anyway, hope everyone's having a fantastic week today. Well, all it's been 2 days, but I hope everyone's having a fantastic week so far. We've got a busy day today. So let's look at certain tickers. Let's start the day off with Appy. Apple in India. That's what's happening right now. Apple opened its first store in India. And I guess I was reading somewhere and it said everybody in India is still majorly using, majority of them are using Samsung phones. So it's a great expansion for Apple to have a flagship store in India. I mean, great. Yes, fantastic. And I am not bear mode on Apple at all. No, I don't short Apple. That's not something I do. I did love this inside candle action, and I was so excited last night going to bed. I was like, oh my God, this thing's going to break down, and we're going to come down here, and everything's going to look fantastic on the Qs. But that didn't happen. So with that being said, I am just going to leave Apple alone. I think it's, if you're looking for a trade on Apple, it has got to be a dip buying trade. Okay, I don't support shorting Apple. It's just, it won't work. It won't work in your favor. I mean, not that it doesn't have bearish days. It does. Of course it does, always. But the odds are better in your favor if you're going long. So if you're looking for dip buying opportunities, I would maybe hold out till we touch the body of this candle and then look for a long up here. But yeah, I mean, I strongly believe that any company that expands to India, China, just bigger population areas. For example, Netflix, Disney did that. Disney partners with another company, another streaming service in India. I think it's called Hotstar. I think I'm not too sure, so don't. But yeah, but Disney partners with them, and I mean, they're bound to expand just population wise, just majority wise, right? It's just India, China, great expansion areas, fantastic. So yeah, I think dip buying is where we're going with Apple today. We are kind of I hate starting the day without the Qs in mind. We are kind of extended. If you look at it on the Qs, on the hourly, we have a pretty high RSI. And we're up here. If you look at it on the 4 hours, 13,300 is a level I was watching for, right up here. This is a level I was watching for earlier, and maybe a pullback around that level is definitely valid. I am not full bear mode on this guy just because it's been a long consolidation stage and we're exploding to the upside. Lots of bears would get squeezed out. Also, we have these, I don't know if you guys see this, but we have these inverse head and shoulders on the Qs. So that's the only hesitation. So I could see us pulling back to, maybe 13,250 level for today, and then just going berserk. So that's the plan so far. And I don't know if you guys can sense the hesitation in my voice right now. I do not like bull trades at all. I mean, I enjoy bear trades a lot more than bull trades. So yeah, but even me, the biggest bear out there is looking at bull trades. So just be cautious with trading bearish today. There are tickers out there. I mean, I do have a plan, guys. So let's not worry about that. There are tickers that do have a little bit of a bearish edge to them, and we'll go look at that. But yeah, the Qs, as far as the Qs are concerned, I mean, this is a massive consolidation on the hourly. There are multiple inverse head and shoulders within bigger inverse head and shoulder areas. So, you just want to be cautious. You don't want to go short, just we're up there though. Let's go look at the QQQs. This is the futures, and we're going to look at the Qs real quick on the weekly because it's approaching interesting levels, guys. These are, I mean, inside candles really ideally are like my favorite ones to trade. I don't know if you guys remember, I used to be primarily like inside candle trader. And this is a lot of consolidation on a weekly stage that we're breaking out of. Now, in my experience, when I've seen a breakout happen like that, and we fail it, we normally come back to the low. But I don't think that's going to be the case today. I don't think we're going to come back to this low or even this low. I think we're just going to continue to soar higher. We got the pullback, whatever this little pullback that it had, and we're looking mighty bullish. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? Whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll trade. Win says AI is gapping up a little bit. Snap is a nice gap. Let's go look at Snap. Snap, Snap, Snap. And then we'll go look at AI as well for you guys. So DJ Dan's favorite ticker is definitely it's either Snap. It's like a close tie between Snap and Boeing. So yeah, but no, I like this gap too. It is a retest gap, so be careful going long right at open. I think just buy the dip. That's just as simple as that. Just buy the dip. That's it. Tech today in general is going to be strong because of the Qs and I mean Nvidia got an upgrade. There is Google, all of that panic action that was going on Google yesterday is not there anymore. So yeah, I mean, things in tech are just naturally going to be higher today. I would say let's wait for a pullback because a lot of these things are retest gaps, right? So let's wait for that pullback to come at open and then look for that long. Speaking of pullbacks, let's go look at Nvidia. This guy right here, I don't know why it's not filling me pre-market, but it's just, I have a sell order. Wait, what happened here? Why did I sell off this much? What? Just look at this. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Uber's a nice gap also. That is insane. I don't know why Nvidia sold off this much because I was looking at 277.50 as a short. I had an order and it won't fill me. It didn't fill me pre-market. It made me really mad, but I wanted to short it at 277.50. And it got there too, but it just, yeah, wow. I don't know why it's selling off that much. Anyway, Nvidia, I've noticed that when we have gaps, massive gap ups, or I guess just general mad days, whatever, any kind of day on Nvidia usually starts off with a big bear candle. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, but I've noticed that for the past couple of days, that's what Nvidia has been doing. So that's what I had in mind. I mean, we were pretty high up, so I just wanted to go short it at the day's high pre-market pretty much at 277.50. Now, guys, if you look at Nvidia on the weekly chart, I mean, this thing, and I'm looking for a fade, like a quick scalp. I'm not bear mode on Nvidia either, but a quick scalp, kind of like what it's doing right now. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know why it's dropping so much, but this is the action I was hoping for at open. So yeah, but if you look at it on the weekly chart, we're extending, right? I don't know if I want to go long on Nvidia at this point for a long-term hold. So and nobody else wants to do that either. I'm sure a lot of smart money is holding back. going, yeah, we're not buying it at this price. If it pulls back, maybe if it goes on sale, I'll buy it. So fades on Nvidia with massive gap ups are naturally going to work. Also, there's going to be a lot of profit taking at all times, right? Wave count wise too. I mean, there's a lot going for Nvidia fades. So wave count wise too on a weekly chart, it's made its waves up. Okay, so I feel like fades on Nvidia are naturally going to work. Again, I'm not looking to go, oh, Nvidia's going to 230. No, that's not the plan. But I think a quick move down, right at open, like a 3-minute candle, is going to be awesome. So anyway, I don't know what happened. Maybe there's news. I have no idea. But that's what the plan was. That's what my bear move was. And now it's not there. Let's go look at Uber real quick, and then we'll go look at Goldman Sachs and Baba. Those were also some of the good gaps. Ooh, Uber. Whoa. Who's an Uber here? That's fantastic, you guys. Uber is a good gap up. If this continuation happens, if this market continues, Uber is a pretty good gap and go. I love this hammer. I love this gap up. Let's look for continuation on Uber. And it's a fairly priced stock, so I think it can take off. Sometimes what ends up happening is, like, remember when Amazon was $3,000, or when Tesla was like $1,700? It just becomes impossible to trade in volumes when it's that pricey, especially for average Joe Schmo retail trader, aka me. So unless you're trading with Newsom money, then it's different story. But yeah. So yeah, I like Uber. I love this gap up. I think I'm looking for a red candle at open, like a 3-minute red candle at open, and then a break above that red candle. So this is what I'm hoping for. One big red candle, well, or a small one, whatever, doesn't matter. And a break above that candle is my long setup on Uber. Yeah, but I will add Uber to my list. I never look at Uber. It's odd. I should start adding more of Uber trades. Okay, I'll add Uber to the list, and we'll go look at AI. So AI, I had it on my list already, because it's been a ticker that's been talked about quite a bit lately. It is a pretty decent. I don't know if pre-market faded down. I don't know if it was gapping up a little bit higher and it just kind of came back down a little bit. But if I were to pick my favoriteest gap up today, it would be Uber. It wouldn't be AI. So I would just because it's below the 10 EMA here, and I'm not really feeling great about that. So if it was gapping up over here, it would be great. But I do like this gap. I don't know if there's news on it. I don't know what's going on AI world, but yeah, I kind of like this. I mean, it's not on my top priority list. So that's where I'm headed with AI. All right, let's go look at Tesla real quick. And then I also wanted to look at Goldman Sachs. So Tessie, guys, China came out with, their GDP is fantastic. They're doing great. I don't know how much I trust those numbers, but again, if they're saying their economy is doing great, consumer confidence is doing great, well, then that's going to be great for American products that sell in China, right? I mean, of course, Baba and all of that is getting affected by it also. But I mean, think of what it does for Tesla or Apple for that matter. That's fantastic news for these companies. And Tesla's not really gapping. I mean, I just got earnings, I know. earnings tomorrow, which is why it may be a little bit more of a cautious trade. When I was looking at it, it was at 177.60 or 70-ish level. And I was waiting. I was like, oh dear God, please let Tesla gap up above this high wave candle, because that makes for a beautiful long. You guys, I mean, we take out this bear candle, we're going higher. We're going to go retest this trend line. So, I mean, I think we're poised to go to 200. It's bound to happen. I don't know if earnings is going to mess with that. So, this high wave is a pretty good sign, an indicator right now of indecision. And nobody really knows which way we're headed. I think if we take out this high wave today, the sentiment obviously is bullish. So we will just play along and see which way Tesla wants to go. Long above, short below. I don't think we're going lower though. I think we're going higher on Tesla. With the news today, I think we should go higher, right? I mean, why shouldn't we? Just makes perfect sense. Tesla's going to sell more cars. Chinese economy has more money. Why not? They did come out with a list of tax breaks, like vehicles, EVs that would get a tax break if, I guess, that would qualify for a tax break. And I don't know if Tesla got affected by that or not. So there was like a list of 6 vehicles yesterday that I saw. Okay, let's go look at Google real quick, and then we will circle back to the banks. Googster is, I love this. So guys, anytime we have like a big gap and go, I mean, this was a pretty nasty gap and go on Google. Let's just be honest. This is a lot of buying for the last 2 days, and we just boop, gap down. That was nasty. So we had that, and then we still had bullish sentiment. I think a lot of people used yesterday as a dip buying opportunity on Google. And so I feel like longer term sentiment obviously is bullish on Google. It's just struggling a little bit with Microsoft being at war with it and all of that. But what that's providing, honestly, is just great dip buying levels for longer term holds. So Google today for day trading, I think I'm gonna wait and watch and see which way it wants to go. Maybe it'll go fill that gap. If it fills that gap right at open. So for example, if this thing just puts in like 2 big green candles right at open, fills that gap, I will look for a rollover on Google. If not, if it takes all day climbing higher, I mean, it's not really that far. It's $1 up, but if it takes all day, then we'll go bullish. But yeah, I think that's what the play is going to be. I mean, we got down, the bulls bought it back up. It's just, it is what it is. The sentiment is bullish. We heard you, bulls. Great, fantastic. All right, moving on to the banks. Goldman Sachs, was it Goldman Sachs that reported today? Yes, yeah. They're gapping down massive. I mean, that's big. So $10 gap down after 3 green candles in a row. I like it. When I was looking at it earlier, it was a little bit lower. I would like it if it opened below. I'm not going short right at open because, I mean, it's a pretty decent gap and go. Uber and Goldman Sachs are my favorite gap and goes today. I'm not going bear mode at open, but if it gets some buying, I wouldn't be opposed to shorting it. If it gets 1 green candle, same exact thing as Uber. If it gets 1 green candle, I wouldn't really mind taking a breakdown of that. No. I want a little bit more buying coming in. So let's look for a short somewhere around here. Maybe let's see what it does around 332 level. Let's go look at it on the shorter time frames. Yeah, the touch of the 10 EMA. So 335 is the level that I would want to watch for. Let's set an alert here. Okay, cool. So we have an alert there. If this thing, fades up a little bit, I think I like it for a rollover. I would love it even more if it takes all day. Well, not all day, till noon at least, goes up a little bit, and then at noon look for that rollover. So I would like that a lot more if that happened, but we shall see. Yeah, but I like this for I mean, this is a pretty beautiful gap and go. Let's just be honest. So, and because it's such a large gap and go, I don't know if it's gonna gap and go. Really, I think it's gonna fade up a little bit and then roll over. So that's what I'm watching. I'm looking for. Meta with no pullbacks whatsoever. I mean, and I think we've heard it loud and clear. Let's not mess with Meta. Meta is the new Nvidia. I mean, guys, I see this divergence. It's there, but it's just not. I mean, it's raging bullish. It's not screaming. It's not pulling back at all. So let's be patient with this guy, not mess with it. I think I want to start seeing closes like this, below the 10 and the 20. And then I'd be a believer in that bear move. But until then, I think everything's just so high up, right? I don't know. Meta and Nvidia just really baffle me. Let's go look at. So I mean, as far as day trading is concerned for today, I'm not really interested in taking a trade bullish or bearish. I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't know which way the markets decide to go. It looks like we're climbing back up again. So maybe we go higher today. As far as the futures are concerned, look at that, guys. Every time we fall back down, we get bought back up. So today's not the day to mess with the bulls. I think a pullback, a touch of, these tweezers, somewhat of these tweezers, is what I'm looking for continuation, honestly. So yeah, let's buy the dip on a lot of these tickers, especially on Uber. So yeah, let's go look at AMD real quick. AMD is a beautiful gap and go too. Ooh, AM Dizzle. This is awesome. This is a good day. Now, can this day turn into a bear parade? Sure, it can. We are pretty up there, but I mean, there are certain gap and goes that are beautiful. I don't like gap and goes that have hammers like these, because if you look at like the 15-minute chart yesterday, I mean, we also saw the buying that came in, right? I mean, that was pretty intense later on towards the end of the day. So not a lot of these bears are trapped, if you think about it, from yesterday. It's actually a lot of profitable bulls. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really love hammer gap and goes, which is what Uber is also, by the way, but I do like where it's sitting on the daily chart, guys. So, a lot of you may think, oh, it broke down, but to me, it looks like a bull flag continuation. I mean, it could just break and go higher. There is our trend line. And we could easily target the 10 EMA today. So AMD is going on the top of my list for continuation. I think it'd be best if we open today with a pullback and then continue higher. If we just go raging bullish, guys, this move could be erased with, the afternoon rollover. So just plan your day accordingly. And if you don't believe me, noon rollovers are a real thing. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Airbnb. Oh my goodness. Somebody had to read it. Jalen just says, I know you don't like it, but it's got a gap. Oh, okay, cool. I gotta be honest, okay? I'm not super bearish on Airbnb. I think it's a fabulous product, by the way. I'm just mad that it's hurting me personally in my industry. But anyway, Airbnb is a beautiful gap up also. This gap up above the double top that everybody's banking on is pretty darn fantastic. Let's wait for a pullback on Airbnb. I don't know if we're going to get that big of a pullback. What's the news? Is there news here? I mean, why is it gapping up $4? Something's got to be up with it. If you know of any news on Airbnb, let me know, and I will look that up. But yeah, but same exact thing. Buy the dip. It is a retest gap, so wait for a bigger pullback. Now, Jay, again, if this thing goes berserk at open, look for a rollover. Simple as that. If things go berserk at open, look for a rollover. If things just drop at open, then buy the dip. That's the plan. I mean, a lot of these things are retest gaps, right? Let me check out SPY real quick. I haven't looked at SPY. This is who I am without structure. Like, I am all over the place. So I loved it when we just had like few tickers to look at every single day. Okay, cool. So SPY also is a retest gap, but guys, I mean, just keep in mind that we're headed close to certain levels now. 420 is a level that everybody and their mom is watching. Okay, and this is, I mean, you know, ideally it would be brutal for the bears for the bulls if we went a little tiny bit higher, a wick top, and then roll over. This is only the 6th bullish week in a row for SPY, and we're raging towards 420. And I mean, it's been a great resistance point right up there. So bear moves are coming. I just don't think today is the day to pick your battles with the bulls. So anyway, I like this gap up above this high wave. It is a retest gap. So again, you know, we go higher at open, look for that rollover to fill that gap. If we go lower, buy the bounce. That's it. That's just what the plan is on SPY today. What's Tesla up to? Giselle says options expire Friday. Yeah. Do you mean, wait, hold on. Do you have options, Jay, on Airbnb, or do you mean on SPY? Let's go look at YouTube land. Let's see. Scott says, good morning, RUN. Let's go look at Run real quick. Good morning, guys. I haven't looked at YouTube comments. Sorry. Sunrun. Whoa. What happened here? This is a great gap. Thank you, YouTube. Who put that up there? Let's see. Scott. Great, fantastic gap. Love it, love it, love it. I would look for a bullish move up on Scott. On Run, sorry. I love this gap up. Look for the pullback, buy the dip. I love it. Looks good. To me, it still feels like a bear flag, but for a day trade, I think we could go higher, really. So don't be afraid to buy the dip on this guy. I think it's going to take off and continue higher. A lot of things will also depend on whether the markets continue, whether the Qs, keep up with this bullish momentum. So yeah, but I like this. I see this double bottom. I see what you see. I love this gap up above all of this bearish move. So yeah, like it. Let's check out the weekly. Oh yeah. That's fantastic. Yep. This would be my absolute target. If I don't know if it can get there today. I think it could. I mean, I don't see why not. There's not much in the way. There's all of this resistance, but still, I think it could go up to 2260. That's what my target would be for today. In general options expiration. Yep. Oxy, there's no gas in Florida. What does that mean for oil? Plus Microsoft just had news. What's the news on Microsoft? I'm not sure. Let's go look at Oxy real quick. All right, Oxy. There's no gas in Florida, really? I mean, I know there's all of that. So again, there's not much we filled this gap. We're kind of sort of in an area of just nothing really is happening. I mean, we did sell off quite a bit yesterday. I don't know if today is going to be a continuation sell-off, but this is weak on a market that was seriously bullish yesterday. This is not very strong. So I don't know. If we look at some of the shorter time frames, maybe it'll give us a better idea. Ooh, I like this divergence on the hourly. Check that out. The markets are open, but let's finish analyzing Oxy, and then it's at support. It's got the divergence. Let's see if it holds the support. Now, if it doesn't hold the support and continues on down, I would buy the dip here. Really look for that bounce over here at this level. I think it should hold. I think this level is going to hold and continue higher for a little tiny bit, at least. We need that pullback up for that S curve. So we need maybe something like that. If you're doing a quick trade on it, if you're doing a swing trade, I'd stay away from this guy right now. But that is it for you, YouTube land. Come check us out at reallifetrading.com. We're there all day, every day. This live stream goes on till 6 p.m. Eastern. So, I mean, not live stream, but this webinar goes on till 6 p.m. Eastern. So give us a like, subscribe to our channel. A thumbs up would be great. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, YouTube.